Hello everyone, welcome to the College Charles podcast. This is your boy Tabaho. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. We had an international break and we took a break as well. So big up everyone. If you're watching, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. I'm getting closer to 1,300 subscribers. Are you streaming live? No, bro. I'm going to do a watch along. I can't stream here. I don't have the copyright. Big up, Dante.
Yeah, big up to Beggar. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Good, nice. A little bit break from Chelsea during the international break, so everyone had a bit of a break off as well, so that was good.
Yeah. Now we are we are fresh, but again, not all of us. I'm not fresh, but again, I'm here.
Yeah, we're fresh, we're ready to go, and we're excited. Let's see what happens. Let's see how we go. Interesting lineup, though. Interesting lineup. Big up everyone in the chat. Interesting lineup. We'll see how exactly they form up, but yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Seems like Brentford are playing five at the back, and then we are playing almost four center backs. But again, Hato is the left back, so I see him maybe who the one might invert today. I don't know about you.
Yeah, look, I think he will invert. Enzo will push forward and he'll invert. He might use him the same as Cucurella if he's been doing it in training for the last, few weeks, working on it. He might be working on the Cucurella role, so you might see him crash the box a bit as well on that left side, push forward. So we'll see exactly. Or is he going to sit more in a midfield position and just shore up that defense and keep possession in that midfield area? We'll wait and see exactly, but. Yeah, interesting. And Bonanotte as well getting a start. He's obviously impressed since he came in. He did well. Obviously, they had that training match. I'm not sure if you saw they had a training match midweek, and he scored a hat trick. So he must have been really impressed, and he's giving a go. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he's getting a straight in start. That's a very big call from Maresca. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I guess also because Esteval probably would have started, but he's sick. Apparently, he's ill, so sick. So, and Palmer's not. I don't think the plan was him to start anyway. Either way, because he's coming back from injury. So, I think a little bit of luck. Obviously, you need a bit of luck sometimes to get pushed in, but he's got his chance. He did well in the friendly in midweek between the teams, and he gets his chance. You never know; might find another gem.
100%. Plassin says, I believe some players are being rested for the USL game, USL match coming midweek. Yeah, I think so. But also, I think it's for other players that are not playing to show the coach what they can do. So I think let's see what will happen. But again, I'm glad that Fafana is back. Hopefully this time we'll stay fit. But again, I don't want to celebrate anything. I'm happy that Hato is available as well. So let's see. And remember, Brentford, they like to use set pieces. So I think maybe that's why they're playing with three center backs. So that makes more sense as well. I was expecting Malagusa to start, but since they are physical and Rhys James, we don't want to risk him. We want to play him against Bayern. I think it's a good call. So what are your thoughts about playing Fofana, Chalawa, and Tosin? Are you happy about it? Dante?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's time for Fana to be brought back in the team, and so we can have a look. It's it's his chance to get back in this team. I think there is a little bit of resting, not resting, but preparing for Bayern Munich as well. So probably letting James more for that European football a bit more. I think so. I think even Malagusta will play against Bayern Munich. I think they both will actually play against Bayern Munich. You'll see what we did probably against PSG, very something similar. So I think you'll see them probably both play. So Yeah, there's a little bit of that to look forward to, but this is why we've got a bigger squad. We can do this. We can rotate a little bit, and Hato gets his chance as well to prove himself as well. So yeah, it's a bit of both, a bit of getting ready for Bayern and a big 4 games ahead, basically in 10 days. So there's a lot of games coming up. So it's a bit of both. And like I said, Facunda Buonanotte up front as well. He gets a chance as well. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. It's still a very strong team. So I'm still not, I'm worried about the team. Very strong team. A little bit more physicality in that defense, a bit more height. Hato as well, a bit more physical there in that midfield as well. So probably a bit of that, like you said, against Brentford, because they do like to play that way. So they got quite a lot of big guys and they like to play that way. So probably a bit of that as well. And they do like to play a bit slower, stay at the back, 5 at the back, and then try to break quick if they can. So we're pretty well, we can combat that pretty well. So pretty much what you've got there on the screen, I think, will probably be it. Yes. Like I said, the only thing will be interesting will be what Hato's role is. What's he going to do? That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
Yes, you
I'm
there?
trying to,
Oh.
yeah, I'm here. I'm just checking something. I'm checking
I thought
something
you
there.
lost me. I thought you didn't hear me. So I was like, yeah.
No, no, I can hear you. I just want to check something. It seems like man. Uh it seems like the automatic thing of doing automatically playing ads. It didn't do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying that if I can fix it. So bear with me. So let me try to fix it, and let's see
No problem.
if it's.
Yeah, the Hato, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Hato does. That'll be, is he gonna just be a defensive midfielder more, a little bit that, or is he gonna actually do the Cucurella role exactly as in what Cucurella does? Pushes quite a bit forward and then crashes the box as well on certain plays as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, for Ajax, the time I saw him play for Ajax, he's inverted into midfield. I've seen him do that before. Uh, don't see him get too forward. He few crosses in and he's got left hand side pushing up a little bit forward, a little bit of sort of an overlap role as well. So, and he's done that and he's got quite a few assists for Ajax doing that, but not really that Cucurella role. No, not quite like that. So will be interesting. I think he probably will sit more in that midfield area to help Caicedo out a little bit there and just help link up play, have that extra guy on that left midfield role just to help when Fernandez will drop a little bit back and try to link up that play in between all those. So I think that is the plan from Maresca. He wants that link up play, but also that defensive solidarity when Brentford try to break. Well, you'll have to the right, one covering the left. Both of them, quite confident in that. So yeah, I think look, it's a good setup against Brentford. This is how you need to play basically against Brentford. So hopefully all goes to plan.
Yeah, I won't be able to fix it right now. I can do that after the stream. So Brent, Brentford
That was
is
nice.
poor
Good.
team in front of Chelsea. Poor, but again, remember, the stats don't lie sometimes. This team, I know they lost to Thomas Frank, some players, but again, they know how to play against us. Seems like it's one of our boogie teams, so we must not undermine them. So we need to be careful because I think they're going to do a low block and try to hit us with counter attacks because they're playing with 2 strikers. So hopefully we are ready for them.
Yeah, that's their style. He's not going to change their style. He plays with what he's got, and he's going to just keep doing that. Look, they had a pretty good start so far. They haven't been too bad. They did lose to Sunderland, which was a bit shocking, but they got a bit of uh, a bit lucky there to not to lose that one. They beat Aston Villa, who we know is a very good team, and Aston Villa, they do like to play sort of a bit more attacking, a little bit like us, a little bit more attacking football that way, possession and attack. And look, they won that game. What's the other one? Oh, Forest. They lost to Nottingham Forest. So uh, look, they're one of those teams that one week they lose, the next win they get a draw, or the next week they get a win, and they go win, draw, loss. Usually that's how they go all season. These type of teams, and that's what they kind of do. Because sometimes they're just hard to play against. Sometimes they get a bit of luck, a bit of this. Depends how it goes. We miss some chances. The game changes in the second half, but I'm still pretty confident we'll get a good result here, and I think we should get the win. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game though, but I think we will get the win, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we're going to get a win. And also in the second half, we may see players like Cole Palmer coming in, Garnacho, uh, Andre Santos. So I think we are good. Uh, it says it's good lineup. They just have to show what they can do. 100%, 100%. I think we're going to have control of this game, and I'm looking forward to see Jamie Gittings. Hopefully today he performed very well. Hopefully, hopefully, guys. If you're watching, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the lineup, and also give us a score prediction while we are talking. So let's go and check our bench. What is happening there? Oh man, what did I do? I did the same thing again. Okay, let me do this. Yeah. So let's
Just
go
to
to our
give like
bench.
perspective, a little bit of French is pretty good. Just to give it a perspective, if they score first, it's going to be a long game. But it's all about
Yeah,
scoring first. If they score first, that's what they did against Villa. They had 23% possession against Aston Villa, had 2 shots only at goal, and they got their 1 goal, but they scored in the 12th. They score first, they shut it up, and good luck trying to get past them. If we score first, then things change. Yeah, they start playing a little bit different, and especially in the second half, they open up, and that's when you see like we might score a couple goals, 2 to 3 goals. But it's all about that first goal against teams like this. That's very important.
yeah, I agree. Playing against Logborg, always you need to score first, because if they score first, it's going to be a long game for us. And also, we don't have Liam Delep that is different to João Pedro, because João Pedro, I think, is a versatile player, but against low block, I want a player like Liam Delep who can bully defenders. But again, João Pedro is on a good form. Hopefully today he can continue on that as well. So their bench is Philip
I think
Jurgensen,
he's all right. He's okay against. He's versatile. He can play against low blocks, no problem.
100%. So let's go to the bench. We have Philip Jurgensen, Joshua Chimpong, Malo Gusto, Marco Corella, Rhys James, Alejandra Canacho, Andre Santos, and Cole Palmer, also Tarek George. What are your thoughts about Tarek George's situation, man? He was supposed to go to Fulham, and um, they didn't go through. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I probably would have preferred maybe Margui on the bench, to be honest, instead of Tariq George. But it, it is what it is. We don't know what happens in training, etc. So I'm sure he has a good reason, Enzo Maresca. But yeah, look, he gets another chance. He stays, he gets another chance, and he will be on the pretty much all the time on the bench. He's going to start a lot of the cup games early on, especially against non-league teams and etc. teams. He's going to play quite a bit, maybe, but he will get quite a bit of substitution roles. So I think he'll still get pretty good minutes with us. I still would have preferred him to go out on loan, but look, it is what it is. He stays probably till January. We'll see what happens. Um, he's definitely not going now anywhere because we saw Datra Fofana got sent out on loan with an option to buy to Turkey. So that was the last international spot available. So I don't think George is going on loan anymore. So he's definitely staying now pretty much. So we'll see. Look, he's going to play quite a bit. Not as much probably if he went somewhere else at a lower team or a different league, but it's still good experience for him. He gets another year with this team. because let's not forget he was there last year, so he gets another year. The problem with Tyreek George is at that stage where is he a winger or is he more of a second striker? Is he up? Yeah, he's in between stage now, and that's not a good stage to be in at this age, especially when a team like Chelsea, it's not quite a good. But look, Maresca does use him. We've seen him come on last game as well. He came on surprisingly. He was the one that came on, so Maresca still doesn't mind him. So we'll see how it goes. He stays with the team. We back him, and hopefully he does well because he's got a lot of talent, but he's just a little bit worried about that stuck in between roles at the moment. Striker, second striker, winger. You can even see Maresca moved. He's not playing as a winger anymore either. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Oh, Tobago is probably on a phone call or something.
No.
You there?
I'm here. So, what is the score prediction? Because the game's about to start in the next 5 minutes. What is your score prediction
6
for
minutes.
this
Yeah.
one?
I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Chelsea.
Wow, 3-1.
Yeah, I think we get the first goal. And after that second half, it'll open up a little bit. They'll probably get a goal on the break, or maybe from a set piece. That's how they get goals. But yeah, I'm saying,
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say 2-0. 2-0. Big up, Bobby.
Hey, Tobago.
How are
Big up,
you?
Dante. Yeah, what can I say? After the blooming doldrums and the boredom of international football, we're back to
Yeah.
common sense. I don't know what's going on with this team. Why do Chelsea always give people a weakness to exploit? Why? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Look at that midfield and tell me if
what's the
you
weakness,
were the
Bobby? Sorry.
opposition. No height. They're all a bunch of midgets. You don't make yourself too obvious. You have to balance the team. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. These guys are not
It's
tall
funny
enough.
because every week you say the same thing. It's pretty funny. And we've scored so many goals with our head and from set pieces and from
Yeah,
corners.
one
And
player
we've
scored with
defended
his
well in
head.
the air.
One player scored with his head.
I'm just
Yes,
saying we've done well and we've
defenders
defended well.
the defenders have done
Yeah.
well. But why expose them? I remember the days of Obi Mikel, Nemanja Matic. We had people in midfield that would help cover the defense aerially, physically. You've got to have that in a team. Look at all the other teams, Bayern, Arsenal, Liverpool. There is a mix. Yes, there are little players, but you have the big players as well. What we've done is fielded a whole set of little players and given a weakness. Now we have a very good team. They're all very good players, but why give yourself a weakness? That's my point. I just look at it. I said, well, you're very good. It's fantastic. You're going to give the opposition a headache. But if I was the opposition, I'll say, well, this team, they're very strong, but there's one area they're weak. That's their aerial ability from the midfield. Exploit it.
Yeah, it
We'll
is.
see what
But you got to
happens.
look. What have we done in the last 20 games, Bobby?
It's not the point. Because you've been getting away with it, doesn't mean to say it shouldn't be addressed. You can't just keep doing something and because you've got away with it in this game, you got away with it in this game, and you think you shouldn't address it. You're lining yourself up. All I'm saying is we need to be strong, come out strong, demoralize the opposition. Don't let them feel they have a chance against you. You go out, you see Arsenal play. The opposition gets demoralized. They don't feel they have a chance. The physicality is too much for
Don't
them.
worry
It's
about the opposition, Bobby.
overbearing.
Concentrate on Chelsea. Don't worry about what. Don't worry about
I will
Arsenal,
worry
how big
about the
they are
other
and
team
strong.
because they are our opposition. They are our competition. We can't live in a delusion. They are our competition. We focus on ourselves for this
No,
game, but we can't
I would
ignore
agree
the
with you.
other competition.
I would agree with you if we're
That's
not
my
been
point.
22 games, we've won 20 games, and we've come up against a lot of physical teams, and we've taken care of a lot of them. If this was, you know, only 5 games or something, yeah, but there's no proof. There's nothing there to show that we're not winning. We're not doing well against teams that are much more physical than us. It's actually a bit of the opposite. We've done very well. We've actually done pretty well. So there's nothing quite there yet. There's no pattern there.
The operative word you've just mentioned there is yet, which means there is scope
Well, you
for
can only
that
say
to be a
yet.
weakness.
I mean, you can keep saying we're gonna get outplayed, out physical every single week, and eventually, after 30 games, it might happen. But I mean, I'll take one in 25, 30 games, no problem, because that's, you know, that's what it is. But it's not a problem. It's not something that it's every week. It's a problem. If it was, it would be very clear and evident. But it's not. We're handling it. That's pretty much what we're doing.
Well, for me, I don't play games just to get by and just to hope that, oh, we're managing with what we've got, or, we're handling it. We're handling it. We should be dominating. We don't go into the field to handle it. We go into that field
Well,
to
we
win. We're
dominated a few
Chelsea
teams, Bobby.
Football
Come on.
Club. Well,
Yeah, the game is about
Anyway,
to
I
start,
understand what you're
guys.
saying.
So
I understand what you're saying.
let's.
The mix, you want to mix. I understand. Yeah, no problem. I get what you're saying. Yes, but
yes,
technical
absolutely.
ball possession football is very different, and this is Maresca's philosophy, and it's always going to be like this while he's the coach, because he will always prefer smaller, more technical players that can move the ball in certain areas and certain at a certain tempo. This is what he is. Unfortunately, you're not going to see too many big physical players. It's just not his style.
Well,
Yeah, the game is about to start, guys. So after
Esteval's
Charles,
on the bench, is
hopefully,
he?
no, no,
Esteval's on the bench, is he?
No, he's sick. He's not.
no,
He's
no,
ill.
no,
He's
he's
not playing
sick.
today.
Oh, so no Esteval, no Palmer's on the bench. Okay.
That's why we've got the young kid Bonanote starting. He's getting a chance actually. No Esteval, Palmer's coming back from the injury, so he's getting a chance. We'll see how he goes.
Yeah, I think there's an eye on Bayern as well in this game. I want some
Of
players
course, yeah,
fit for that.
yeah,
Okay, we'll see what
100%. All
happens.
right, guys, I'll come back at halftime. I'll let you go,
Yeah,
guys. Go. Take care,
right.
guys. Let's go, Chelsea. Come on.
Okay, no problem, Dante. Come on, Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll come back at halftime as well, Tobago, because of the time lapse. Sometimes with these live games,
Okay,
I
okay,
might be seeing things ahead of you, vice versa.
okay, no problem. Big up Richie Makers, big up the legend. Magui have traveled with the team. Thank you for the update. I'm just waiting for the data to display on the picture there. Update channels, guys. Peace. Ah, man, what is this? It seems like we're playing for a draw, man. What was that, Bobby? Oh my gosh.
Well, where's Dante? Where's Dante? What did I tell you
Oh,
guys? You're laughing. Look, I've been watching football and watching Chelsea for over 50 years. Long before any of you guys ever even knew Chelsea existed. This is not how to play a Premier League game. Top flight English football, you need physicality. That's not a rule, it's a law. We have no presence in midfield. Chalobah is having to keep going into midfield. That's what's making gaps in defense. What did I tell you guys? I said, what will the opposition do? That these guys, okay, they look like better footballers. What are their weaknesses? Midfield, no physicality. I'm glad Dante's here. I'm glad. Now you can see what I'm saying. You don't have the strength. Buonanotte is not Chelsea quality. He's too small, too weak. Gittins is a weakling. We
Not
have
again, Bobby. Come on.
weaklings now. Gittins is not physically strong enough yet. He's no, no, no. I've got to make this point strongly because you guys aren't getting it. I've been watching the Premier League, English football, Chelsea for over 50 years. There is a law in the top flight English game, and that is win the physical fight first. It's not rocket science, it doesn't change. I don't care whether you think you can do all the silly fairy foot stuff that you get in Spain and all. You can't do that here. What did I tell you the opposition will do? They will sit, they'll wait, they'll look at Chelsea's weakness and say, oh, we can get something here. We're having to have poor Chalobah run into the midfield because there's no presence and it leaves gaps in the back, and they exploited it once. Why do we always put ourselves in this position? You come into every game from a position of strength, not a position of weakness. We've got Nicholas Jackson sitting on the bench at Bayern Munich, giving them squad strength in depth. And look what we've got. We have to stop this. This is not serious. Gittins is not quite ready. He's a little boy, all fairy footed. This is not his game. He's making us miss Madueke. Honestly, he's making us miss Madueke. At least Madueke had some strength about him. No, I'm serious. Look at the bench. What's there? Tyreek George. Another one that's still too weak for this league. What the only thing I can say to Maresca, get Hato off because he's had a stinker. Yeah, his first game, he's not really into it yet. His time perhaps will come. And bring on Achipong. Let's have some physicality, some height in the midfield to win the battle. And then we can talk about playing football. We continue like this, and this is a duff game. You can't do this in the Premier League. You can't do this. I'm so pissed. It's unbelievable.
yeah. It seems like our players are playing for a draw. They're just working on the pitch, nothing. Chalobah working, Towson working. I mean, Hato, I don't know what is going on with him because he's too relaxed. Every time you get a ball, it seems like he can give it away. I don't know if even our attack are so weak. I don't know what is wrong, but overall,
He's not
I think we
ready.
need changes.
He's
I
not
think we need
ready,
changes.
Tobago. Yeah, he's not ready. This is your Chelsea fan. Oh, we've got Hato on the bench. He should go. He should go to Bayern Munich, or he should go to. Football is a process. He needs time. Now he's gone in there. Look, he's been exposed. He's not ready. Gittins is not ready. He needs time. And so we get rid of the players that we've worked so hard to get ready, vis-a-vis perhaps your Maduekes, vis-a-vis perhaps your Jacksons. That would be great cover right now. I don't even know where Gui is. Gui's not even on the bench. What is he doing? It makes no sense. Yet again, I repeat myself. You can't do this in the Premier League. We're weak. Our centre backs are having to push into midfield because there's no presence. I don't know what Enzo Fernandez is doing there. No physicality. Caicedo, a little bit, but after having come back midnight, what, last night? Or was it the night before? I'm not surprised. Bring on Achipong and get Hato on the bench. And Barnate, get him off and get somebody else. I don't know who else we've got. I don't want us to overtask Palmer. But Barnate, what a waste of time. All these little men, they're too many at once.
No, no,
I'll
but
shut
I
my
don't
mouth.
think but you're too harsh on Brentford. Come on. Then over. What are your thoughts about the first half?
Yeah, look, nothing to do with physicality, in my opinion. That's not why we're losing. It's just they look a bit. They're not really linking up. Yes, Hato is looking very calm, relaxed. That's because he's nervous. It's his first game, first start. He quite doesn't want to overcommit, do nothing, and you can see that he's a bit nervous. It is. Let's not forget he's 19 years old. Even though his experience, he's 19 years old. First game in the Premier League. Of course, he's not. That role is pretty hard to do. What Cucurella, does. It's not an easy role to do. So he needs definitely time to grow into that role, and he'll get better with time. But they got to play in these games. Some of these games you got to eventually play, and he's playing. And yeah, look, hopefully he does better in the second half. He might come off. We'll see what happens. But I think that Buonanotte is not having that bad of a game. There's got no space. There's no space to operate. Just the way they play Brentford. That's what they like to do. But our link-up play has been horrible. Nothing to do with physicality. Just not much movement, not much link-up play. And I think it's got to do a bit with Hato, a bit with Buonanotte, a bit with these players not quite knowing. Even Fofana coming back in. Let's not forget he's come back in, but he hasn't been in for a very long time. He's not quite sure where to pass or what to do. So it's just movement and link-up play is not very good. That's probably been the disappointing part of it. The rest, if they get that right, we can open them up. There's no problem there. But a bit too slow. We took it a bit easy. We were a bit, like you said, a bit calm, a bit too relaxed. We're just passing it around at ease. But that's because there was not much movement. There was not much options. So they just had to pass sideways. There wasn't much movement. João Pedro trying to come back, but then he leaves the space where that striker role is. He leaves that space, and then even if he comes back, gets the ball, well, he can't pass it to himself because then there's no one else to go into that spot. No one runs into his spot. So Mercer got a little bit of work to do with the movement and the structure. That's what he needs to do, and I'm pretty confident he will do that very well in the second half. He does that most times. We do have these lapses quite a bit. He tends to correct to the second half, looks at what Brentford does and makes a few adjustments, might take a player or two off and make a couple of changes. But yeah, just that connectivity and the movement is not very good at all. So my opinion, that's why we are struggling. So hopefully, like I said, we correct that in the second half, and I think he will. I think he'll make changes. You'll see him make a couple of changes. Might give him another 10, 15 minutes, but wouldn't be surprised if he makes a couple of changes at half time. So, but we'll be much better the second half. So, we'll get a couple of players on that know the system well, that will link up well. And I think we'll do much better in the second half, as we have in many games. I've heard Bobby say, I think this 20 times now in the last 30 games. He said this at every halftime. And the second half, we come out and we do much better. So, but nothing to do with physicality, in my opinion.
That complicated. There are too many if, buts, maybes. Oh, if this, oh, if that. Look, football's a simple thing, especially English football. If you just watch Tottenham and even West Ham, after getting their ass kicked, you saw men
a long time ago. It doesn't exist today anymore.
You saw men on the field. That's what gets you results in the Premier League. All this little fairy-footed stuff and that, you will get nowhere. Brentford just sit back. You can't break them down. You can't do anything with your Boanates and your little fairy boys on the field. Get some men in there. You need strength. You need people that are going to win those headers. Look at all the crosses going into the box. Who's there? Poor old João Pedro's alone. He's the only person that can win a ball in the air.
And when we've had a couple of
He
crosses, a
goes
couple
in
of set
defence
pieces, we actually
and
caused them trouble. The corner, the two corners,
helps.
we really caused them
Our
trouble with
centre
those, but
backs are going
not
in to
enough,
help the
not
midfield.
enough.
Yeah, Eto's having E- Eto's having a stinker. Fair enough. His first game, get him off. Barnote, I don't know what he is. I don't know who he is. I'm not sure why he's at Chelsea at all. Get him off. Gittins is still developing. I don't know what we can do there because the left winger we had, we sold him to strengthen
Garnacho will
Arsenal.
come on for him, Bobby.
We
Garnacho's
that is
there.
just Garnacho. Oh, let's see what he can do. You have so much faith in these people. What did he do for Man United that he's suddenly going to start doing for
You
Chelsea?
obviously haven't
I
watched
mean,
him at Man United because you
yeah,
don't know what he's
look,
done, obviously. So
I'm realistic with football. I don't believe in all these fairy tales with
but
fairy
he's too
players.
short, I guess.
You
He's too
have
short,
to.
so he won't do well. He's too short. He's not. He won't do well,
Well,
Bobby.
exactly. That's not going to help with this game. Look at the Brentford defenders. Which header is he going to win? Why are we struggling? We can't cross the ball. There's nobody who will win the headers, and they're all around the one person who can. So you're talking about no space. That's partly why. Let's be real. Well, this
Yeah,
isn't football.
honest,
Look, if you want to do this, go to
Bobby,
women's football. You get away with it
Bobby,
there.
wait.
Not here. There
Yeah,
you go.
all I can say, Trevor Chalaba on the left doesn't work for me all the time. On
Yeah,
the
that as
The
left,
well.
Trevor
guy has
Chalaba
to
doesn't
help the
work for me.
midfield, Tobago. He's it's not
No,
his
it's not
fault.
about that. On the left, it's not effective, Trevor Chalaba, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't pass the lanes.
So
He's not. It's not his preferred side passing the ball. Yeah, that's what he means.
yeah, that's the issue I'm having at the moment. But anyway, hopefully in the second half you're pretty much better. Let me just read these two comments and then we'll continue before the second half starts. Big up card says, well deserved lead for Brentford. This is Premier League football. You don't mark around against any opponent. Players pushed away too easily. There is no steal in the center. 100%. Some of
Thank
the
you.
decisions are too. Big up Jason. Some of the decisions are too confusing to me. We don't have any recognized striker, so we recall Gay from loan, and he can't make it a match day squad in such a situation. We needed a present. Yeah, I agree with you, but again, at the same time, it's so hard, man. Sometimes you have to leave out one player. So that's the
Yeah,
situation
he
with
might
my
be
team.
sick as well. Actually, with Esteval, I think he might be sick as well. So we got a bit unlucky with that. It is what it is, but you have to do that's where you have depth. So we have to deal with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems like Marco Corella and Rhys
Yeah.
James are getting it. So I'm glad.
I can laugh that we can use that word. Yeah,
Marco
Marco
Corella,
Corella and Reece James coming in to
Of course,
knacker
they got.
themselves
Like I
again.
said, he's going to make a couple of
Great.
changes. He
and,
will.
and
That'll make
Eric
a big
George.
difference.
Yeah, bring on the same old players to overplay them and get them injured. This is a vicious circle. We had squad depth, but what did we do? We got rid of them. We encouraged them to feel that being
What are you talking
rotational
about, Bobby?
at
What do you
Chelsea
mean?
is a bad
They're
thing.
playing half a
And they go
game.
to Bayern Munich and go to Tottenham and go to Arsenal and become rotational there. Do me a favor.
Man, is there
Come
nothing you
on,
don't complain
Bobby.
about, Bobby? Every little thing. My goodness. Oh man, it's so funny. Relax, Bobby. We'll do better the second half. We got some players back on. They know the system well. We'll attack more, and yeah, we'll get a goal. We'll get a goal. I don't see us losing this game, to be honest. I think we will get at least a draw. Hopefully, we'll get that goal and a bit of luck. Even look, they did well, Brentford, but they got a bit lucky with that goal. Good thing, but the shot, it was just at Tossen, went off his inside leg and went to the
Yeah,
other side. So he got a bit
and
lucky
with
with
the
that.
second, yeah, 100%. The second half
How
just
many
started,
teams
so
that don't
hopefully we
deserve
play
to
much better, guys.
win games? How
The
many
But yeah,
second
this
half,
teams
was the
that don't
worst.
deserve to win
Conceding a goal
end
is
up
bad because they're
winning
going to sit.
games?
But look, we've broken down low blocks before, so let's see how we go.
Yeah, come on. See you in the final after the final.
I'll
Then.
see you after the game.
Final
All right,
whistle.
take care, guys.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Come on, Kofama. Let's go. Yeah, Caicedo. Vamos. Almost messed it up, but finally. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Come on, let's get a third one. Come on. Oh man, equalizer 2-2. Fuck. Ah. Man. 2-2. Fuck's sake, man. We don't deserve that. Second half, you played much better than this. Two. Dante. Oh man, we should have won, man.
Yeah, disappointed with that one at the end, but hey, look, still a very good performance. Second half came out, really had a go at them. Should have probably scored another goal, to be honest. That Palmer chance, that was probably the easiest chance of the game, and he missed it. So look, it is what it is. It's a draw. We don't lose. That's important. Tough away point. At least it's better than losing. But yeah, you saw the big change the second half. I told you I mean, I don't need to tell you. You know, Maresca will make those tweaks and he will change it, and we will be much better in that second half. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, the boys did very well, very, very, very well. It's a shame we didn't get all 3 points in the end, because I think probably just deserved it, creating much better chances than Brentford.
And also the Brentford, the second goal they scored, that is an offside, man.
Yeah, you can't be from a throw-in, unfortunately.
Oh, from throw-in, yes.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes, you can't be. Yes, I remember that rule. You can't be offside on a throw-in. Yes,
correct. So that's why it's not offside. But even that's why the VAR checked if the other player touched it a little bit, but he just got out of the way, and the ball just missed him. Because if he touched it, it would have been offside, but he didn't touch it. So, look, it is what it is. A bit disappointing with that defending at the back. Someone should have been at that back. First of all, Tosin for not winning the header. He should be winning that first header. And then just someone at the back post just to, make sure that nothing goes to the back post. So a little bit disappointing in that aspect. But otherwise, look, very good second half. Did what we needed to do. Brought the players on. They did very well. Probably just deserved to just nick it. Unlucky in the end, but it is what it is. Still a good point. Good away point.
Yeah, like you said, the Kolpama had a beautiful chance. That second one.
That was a tap in. That was a tap in for him.
Oh man.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But anyway, man, I knew it that we were going to struggle because every time we play against Brentford, all the time, we struggle against this team, man.
Yeah, we did in the past a bit more, but we did pretty well with Maresca as the coach. We did very well. Other coaches, no, we had big problems, but we still did in games very well. Look, he took a risk this game. He took a risk because we have a big game coming up in the Champions League. So he took a risk and rotated, put some players in. So he'll take the blame for that. It is what it is. Sometimes you take those risks. You have to rotate the squad when you got your big Champions League nights coming up. So we got 4 games in 10 days. So yeah, look, a little bit of a risk. It didn't pay off. So I'm sure he'll take that on the chin, and he'll probably say that in the dressing room after, and probably in the presser. Sorry, but you saw the proper players in there that know the system well. It makes a massive difference because that's what it basically took those 3 players off that were not in the team for a long time, 2 that are new, and the one that wasn't in for a very long time. So made the big difference. And yeah, we probably just deserved to just nick it at the end to probably the 3 points overall. We probably just deserved it. Yeah, it is what it is. Brentford didn't create that much going forward, to be honest. The goal they scored was all right, but it was a bit lucky. Like I said, the shot was going nowhere. Reflection, and then even this goal, a bit of this winning in between 10 people, the ball there, and then it is what it is. They created their own luck. It is what it is. But much better second half, and yeah, it's a shame we didn't get the 3 points. But look, it's not the worst result in the world. Basically, yeah, like I said, Maresca probably a little bit to blame. Took that risk to putting those players in from the start, but yeah, I knew we'll be much better that second half and rectified it. And you saw, like I said, how good we are and can be when we have our proper players in there. Some of the other players will take time.
Yeah, the injury of Lem Dilep, I talked about it before the game, man.
Yeah,
I think that the centre back, they were too relaxed because there was no one hitting them. Even Joao Pedro, he plays very well, but again, he was not hitting them. If we had Lem Dilep there physical, I think it would be a different game. But like you said, it's not end of the world. We draw.
Look, Joao Pedro still had a very important in that goal. I think he gets the assist for that goal. So he was very important. He jumped and challenged with those 2 central defenders and actually pretty much won the ball, I think. And I think he got the assist for it. So, and when he fell down to Palma and he scored. So he was very important in that goal. So yeah, look, he still did his job as good as he could have. He played a bit in the 10 and then was rotating with George a little bit. So Maresca changed it up a little bit. And look, it worked. We really were all over them that second half. We really were all over them. We created quite a few good chances. Like I said, that Palmer one, for him, that's a tap in for him. I don't know how he didn't hit it that well. He just didn't get it properly. So it is what it is. We move on. What can we do?
Yeah, before I give it Bobby the chance, Bobby, let me read this comment, and I'm going to give you the microphone. Khan says, as I have said many times, I'm very patient. This is a long project in progress. Did a bit better in the second half, but taking Brentford an easy opponent was manager folly. So, Bobby,
I'm
what
not
are your
sure he
thoughts?
did that, Khan. He didn't.
Look,
He had to rotate the
I can't
players.
be doing this. This is Graham Potter mentality. I can't have this mindset.
Graham
We
Oh,
don't.
Potter.
Please do not compare Potter and Maresca. Come on, you got to
the
be better than
players
that,
gave
Bobby.
it
Come on,
everything.
seriously.
The players gave it everything. Oh, look, we were weak. Do you understand what I'm saying? We were weak. This is English football. I don't know where you think this is. This is English football. On that pitch, you've got to fight for the right to win. We
Were
were
we weak in that
weak.
second half,
Who
Bobby?
the hell is Garnacho? Get out of my club. That little midget. Well, what did he do?
What do you
Another
mean? He was very
midget in
important
the
in that
team.
Nearly
goal.
the
He's
second
No,
actually the
goal.
I'm
reason we
done.
scored that second goal.
Another midget. I don't want to see it. I don't want
Come
to
on,
see it.
Bobby.
Why are we getting rid of? We're going backwards. We've got to a point of the progress of the project where we should kick on. Don't start getting rid of players who understand what we're doing to bring in a bunch of midgets, weaklings, and incapable youngsters.
Bobby, they wanted to leave some of those players, first of all. That's a bit unfair.
They wanted to leave because you were not strong enough to keep them. Look at
No, because
Arsenal.
they didn't want
Look
the
at even
challenge.
Tottenham. Look at all these other teams. Squad depth. We don't have depth. So we
My
have to
goodness.
keep
How many
going
players
back
do
to
you
the
want?
same
Jesus.
old players to get them injured. There's no alternative to Palmer, no alternative to Reece James. The same old story. They
There is
can't
an
rest.
alternative, but he's sick. He was sick, unfortunately, today as
Enzo
well.
Fernandez game today was poor and and weak. The
No, it
difference
wasn't.
between Tyreek
Come on.
George and Gittens as compared to Neto is just night and day. They're too weak. Garnacho and Boanote, whatever you call him, too small. You're a sitting duck. That's why these other opposition managers, they come up against Chelsea and they look like prime time Guardiola with Barcelona. Why? They
Are you
just do
saying
the
Brentford was a
basics.
play like
They just
Barcelona?
do
Come
the
on, Bobby.
basics. No, I spend time listening to you and your weak talk. Now let me speak the proper speak that we should be talking.
Oh, you talk your strong talk, Bobby. You're such a strong
Yeah, that's
man,
right.
such a big, strong
Yeah,
man. Talk your strong talk. Go
absolutely.
ahead.
Absolutely. I don't
Absolutely.
settle
Yeah.
for weakness. You're settling for weakness.
Did we
This is
lose
a
the
weak,
game?
it's a weak performance. That was Brentford, for goodness sake. All
That was
they
a
did
London
was play
derby.
to
Are you
come
forgetting it's a
on.
London derby?
Oh, Graham Potter, the players gave it everything. Yes, they gave it everything. So we played Brentford and we looked and made them look like some brilliant team. Why? Because we fielded a team full of weaklings and midgets. That put so
Bobby, I
much
would
pressure
agree with you
under
if Brentford looked like
no
you said
other
Barcelona, but they didn't. They
strong
weren't very
club.
good.
No other strong club has this problem. Their defense is solid. Why? Because the midfield is solid. They have men in there with height, physicality, and technicality. All we have is a load of little midgets, and then on the flank, some real weaklings. The only real player we've got on the flank is Neto. And what do? Overuse him. What do? We can't even give Reece James a rest. We can't allow Palmer to recover fully from injury. We couldn't even give Jao Pedro a breather. Why? Because he comes off and one of the Diddy men come on and the ball goes up in the air over their heads. This was a horrible performance. And if anybody feels that, oh, Brentford, we got away with a point, it's embarrassing. Absolutely
No, we didn't
embarrassing.
get away with a point. Come on,
This
Bobby.
one, Maresca got it totally 100. Well, his squad, that's his squad. He's got nothing. That's the squad he wanted, isn't it? Midgets and weaklings. on the flanks. That's what he wanted. So he's got what he wanted. You get what you deserve in football. Rock on. Take that to the Allianz and see what happened to you, where you play some real men with
Yeah, like
physicality
we did
and
against PSG and
technicality.
all the other teams. Yeah, yep.
No, we had a different squad out then, but we can't keep playing the same squad. Don't you get it? You can't keep playing the same players. Nobody else does that. Only we do that. Why?
No,
Because
no,
we
no,
have
no. Go
no
maybe look at
squad
Liverpool last
depth.
season when they won the league. Look at
They
who
didn't
had the
have any
least
injuries.
changes.
They were
They
very
played the
lucky.
same players every week.
Yeah, because they don't get injuries. We
Well,
do.
they were lucky. They were lucky because of that. They were very lucky. Yes, they were lucky
Anyway,
because of that.
I can't do this. The players gave it everything sort of talk. I just can't. I think today was a bad performance. It exposed the weakness in the team, the stupidity of some of the players we've let go, the idiocy of telling them, "Oh, you can't come off the bench for Chelsea," and they go to Bayern Munich, Arsenal, and everywhere else. And what the hell are they doing? They come off the bench. They're not the main man there. It's a ridiculous scenario. We're sending ourselves backwards, bringing on kids that are not really ready. Hato, he's
Sorry,
going
Bobby,
to
you're
take
talking
a
like we lost
full
5-0
season
or something,
to
and
get
we're
Look,
ready.
look at
Gibson,
like
this
we lost
he's
comment.
going
every
to
single
take
game
a
of the
full
season so far.
season to get
Look
ready.
at this comment. Come on, Khan.
Stop
That
it.
PSG result has blinded some of us without paying attention to our dodgy squad
PSG
doing
result
Nah. Yeah.
was a
come
hundred
on.
Come
years
on.
ago.
Everybody's
That's
pretending like we
that's
lost
the
this game. We haven't
That's the
lost.
yeah, it's as good as a loss, let me tell you, because all the others won't lose this game. Arsenal won't lose here. The
Really. Look at
Liverpool
last
won't
season, what
lose
happened
here.
Brentford, Arsenal against
Tottenham won't lose
Liverpool.
here.
What do you mean? Come on, Bobby. They're not an easy team to play. You know that.
They are very easy to play.
No, they're
Very
not.
easy.
They
You
beat
just
Aston Villa
need
last
to
week,
be
the other week, 1-0 as
physical.
well.
Physical. Win your physical battles. And don't field a bunch of midgets that can't head the ball when it comes in the box. It's
So
very
just let me get
simple.
this straight.
English football is
This
not
this
rocket
result, you're
science.
basing it on 100% on physicality. This is why
Yes,
we
I
drew
am.
this
Yes,
game.
I am. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes
Okay. All right, no
you've
problem.
got to go that way. The Chelsea of Mourinho days when they won, I'll never forget the battle of at Ewood Park. That game that really defined our 2005 Premier League win. We went there. They were a physical side. They were so brutal. They broke the foot of what's the name of that Dutch player we had? Iron Robin, McQuena. They had in defense. They had some real tough guys, and we stood up to them toe to toe. The game that afterwards the players took off their shirts and threw it in the ground. That's what we want at Chelsea. Men, not a bunch of pussy-footed weaklings. You
Come
need
on,
that in
Bobby.
the
Come on.
Premier
Come
League.
on.
You need that in the Premier League. That's how you
I'm
win.
sorry, Bobby.
That's how you
Yeah.
win the league. You've got to battle, you've got to win. You don't go to a
Okay.
place like Brentford and start fluffing around as if you're there. I mean, it's ridiculous. This performance today was embarrassing. Embarrassing.
No. I disagree, embarrassing, because in the second half, we were much better until they scored that goal. So I wouldn't say that we were embarrassing. First
And that was
half,
a lucky
yes,
goal. That was just a Hail Mary, basically, that goal. Just last minute Hail
exactly.
Mary. It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
The players
Like I
gave it
said,
everything.
uh,
They gave it everything.
we had opportunities to score a third goal. So
You like that physicality side. We
Weakling.
know it's all good. But we haven't lost and we're
Weakling.
still
That's
unbeaten.
part of
And
football. If you don't do that in the Premier League, you're not winning anything. You're not going away with the prizes. Sometimes you have to battle season in, season out. That's the
yeah,
league. Whether you like
yeah,
it
it's
or
true. Yeah,
not,
of course. But
that's the league.
it is the
And if
league,
you
yes.
don't do it, you don't get the prizes. It's that simple.
And I
Garnacho,
agree.
Buonanotte, do
There's
me
a
a
little
favor.
chance, there's a little bit of that, but that is not why we do this game today. Not physicality. I'm sorry. My personal
Do
opinion, it's
me
not
a favor.
physicality.
There was no point even bringing him on. I didn't even see him on the field. What did he do?
Who?
What difference did he make? Nothing.
Who?
Garnacho. What
Come on,
difference
Bobby.
did
Are
he
you
make?
serious? He's the reason we scored that goal, the second goal.
What goal? The second goal was just a blinder from Caicedo. It was all
Ah,
about Caicedo.
come
And how did the
Garnacho
ball
had
get to
nothing to do with
Caicedo?
it. Ah, please,
come on.
please,
It's a blender, that goal.
please.
Ah,
He
Bobby,
had that
really?
was all Caicedo. You passed it to him. He was outside the box. He took that
Ah,
shot,
yeah,
a
yeah.
shot that people like Garnacho wouldn't have been able to take anyway. If he can even reach the ball, him and his little
Sorry,
friend,
Bob,
his
I
other
come back
little
to that. You
diddy
can't just
man,
put a player down because you've
Bonote.
seen him 2 minutes and you want that's it. It's over.
They
That's the
are
wrong attitude to
too
have.
small. A bunch of midgets stunting our attack. We
Well,
can't
maybe
do anything with these
Bobby,
people,
if you
not
like
in the
physicality
Premier
so
League.
much, why don't you go and watch Arsenal a bit more? Maybe watch Arsenal more.
Well, I've watched them.
If you
It
don't
doesn't
like
mean to say
Chelsea,
I
if you don't
support
like
them. I've
this is
watched
what we
them,
have at the
and
moment. We can't do nothing
I
about it.
compare us I compare us with them because we have to be compared with them. They are our competitors. Them, Spurs, Man City, Liverpool, even Man United. They're all our
Spurs, okay, all
Newcastle.
right. Spurs.
Newcastle. What they're all compared to our physicality. They're all giants compared to
Have we
us.
lost this
What do
season?
we do? We
What
bring
have we done
out
in the last 25 games, Bobby?
Garnacho and what's the name of that other little diddy man? Uh, Bonorte.
He's on
Do
loan,
me
Bobby.
a favor.
He was there lucky. He was lucky to start today because of injuries and someone being sick as well. That's the only reason he started today.
Do me a favor. Gittins. He's weak. Tyreek George, God bless him, but he's weak. He's not up to it yet.
Yeah, they're
Bless
young,
him,
Bobby. You know this, they're
yeah,
young. But why are you criticizing him so much when you know they're young?
because we
I don't
are
understand.
depending on them. That is our squad
Yeah,
depth. It's not good
we,
enough.
I remember I was criticizing the sporting director. You, Bobby, the same person, you were protecting them. So now you're talking about these young players. Why don't you blame the sporting director that are buying those young players? Now,
This has nothing to do with young players. This has nothing to do. You need your young players, but then you need the squad depth to back it all up. What the
who,
problem
who,
is
who brought
was
them then? Who
maybe
brought
they
them?
should have been.
Who brought
They should
them to Chelsea? Who brought them to Chelsea? Who signed them?
they should have been
Did,
more hesitant in
did
Go on,
they
getting rid
Andy.
fly?
of. I mean, dare I say it, in
Did
getting
they
rid of
fly from
Madueke
somewhere?
so quickly.
Bobby,
You know,
did they fly from somewhere to Chelsea, or Chelsea signed them?
what do you mean?
No,
Tyreek George came through
you're
the
complaining
academy.
about your the
Tyreek George
academy.
came through the academy. If you're talking about Jamie Gittins,
Gittings,
that's a project player.
Bonanote.
It's a project, but that one I don't understand. Please, that I don't know. That I'm with you. I don't
Garnacho.
understand Bernard. Please,
Bobby wants
Garnacho.
Madueke back now.
please. We gave we. Oh, please. I mean,
So
if you're
anyway,
gonna go for little men, at
and
least go for little men with strength. What is
yeah,
the sense of going for Garnacho ahead of Simmons? It makes
yeah,
you saw how Simmons played today, and then you see how Garnacho plays. Garnacho is
yeah.
another passenger.
You're
Let's
going on Garnacho on 10 minutes he played. Are you serious?
It's enough.
Oh,
yeah.
come on, Bobby. Be
It's
fair,
Anyway,
enough.
buddy.
oh
That's
man.
you're just being
So
unfair now. You need to back these young players, not have a go at them like that after 10 minutes. Okay, if they have a run of 10, 15 games and they're still playing the same,
Ha!
okay, have a go at them. But don't why are you going
We,
at these young players like this for? It's
you
there's
don't
no
wait
point.
10, 15 games for the fee he costs and the attention he demands.
But
You don't wait 10, 15 games. You show at least glimpses of who you are. Jao Pedro took only 5 minutes to show us who he
yeah,
is.
but how old is João Pedro?
Um, Jao Pedro, how old is he? What, 24, 25?
Yeah, no, I'm
He's
just
not
saying
much
it's a big
older than
difference.
any
Four
of
years
them.
older is a big difference. Yes, of course. Yes, he's more experienced.
Okay,
Yes.
let's get to what's his name that we're lamenting his injury now. Liam Delap. He took 5 minutes to show us what he's about. You don't hide quality. You don't wait for 15 games to start
Yes, and you can
showing.
only have a certain number, Bobby. Though this is the problem. If those players are missing, as you saw today, Maresca made the call. He made those changes. It didn't work. He changed it, and it worked again. Yes, those
Well,
players might need some time. Correct. Some of those players.
where I support Tobago is, yes, if you're going to buy, there's nothing wrong with getting young players, but you understand the league you're in, the Premier League. You need physicality, you need battlers. If you're going to buy a midget, then go for Xavi Simmons. He'll fight for you rather than Garnacho, who will just go missing. You know,
You
the
obviously haven't watched
defenders will
Ganacho
just
play,
blow. Well, I
Bobby. You
watched
just
him today. The defenders will just blow him away like he doesn't exist, like they did today.
okay. Well, if you're
And
basing your everything on 10 minutes, well,
and
that's your problem. I'm
and if
sorry.
you want,
I can't agree to that on ten
if you want
minutes.
another, backup, what the hell you doing with what's his name? Bornote? What?
Come
What?
on, Bobby. Bobby, just his first game. Come on.
He's like fourth choice, Bobby. He's fourth choice depth. The only reason he's there is because we've got three players were out in that position, basically.
You got Jackson to go and sit on the bench at Bayern Munich for this geezer?
Yeah,
Seriously?
Jackson wanted to leave. So that's
Seriously?
the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it seems like we- we're going to go up and down, talk about the same thing. So I'm gonna give you guys a last final thoughts because it's so late here, and then we need to sleep. But let's give me your final thoughts, Dante, about the
What?
game. Then I'll give Bobby the same thing.
Yeah,
Well,
look, final thought is yeah, got it wrong the first half. Like I said earlier, he took a risk, uh, kind of had to take a little bit of a risk. He maybe took a bit too much, didn't work. But I was very confident that second half, once we get our players on that know the system well, that know what to do and how to play, it's going to make a big difference. And you saw light and day from that first half, taking three players out and putting three players in that have been in the system and been playing well makes a big difference. So look, we were all over them that second half. Probably should have won the game, to be honest. I think we probably deserved to just nick that game, the chances we created. So uh, I'm sure Maresca will learn from this and we move forwards. Unfortunately, some of those players still need a bit of time. Some players take a bit longer. Some work straight away. João Pedro works straight away. Gittins hasn't quite worked straight away. Cucurella didn't work straight away, but he worked very well after. Enzo Fernandez. There's a lot of players that take a bit longer. It works out, but you can't, you can't criticize them after 10 minutes or a couple of games. I need to see a lot more than that. Giddens before he came was a very good player at Borussia Dortmund, and he's gonna be for us as we go ahead against other teams that don't sit as low blocks. You're gonna see Gittens shine in those games. So there would have, if we had Madueke today and Jackson, they wouldn't have made no difference today. Absolutely no difference. This type of game, they would have made absolutely no difference the way they play. So it patience. We haven't lost. We're still unbeaten. It was a great performance that second half, and yes, some of those players, yes, unfortunately, we need to just be a bit more patient with. We'll see if they work out. If they don't, some might not even work out. But I'm not going to judge them straight away. That's too early for me to judge them. But I think we did very well that second half. I know what this team can do when we play the players that have been there for a while, and Maresca puts out the right team. We all saw what we can do. In 25 games, we've won 22 games or so. We haven't been unbeaten. So that tells you a lot. It's a pretty big sample size now. It's not a 5, 10, 15 games sample size. It's a very long sample size right now. So I'm still very confident we go forward. These results will happen along the way. So the important thing is we did not lose. When you don't play well sometimes and you don't lose, that is very, very important. So I'm still pretty positive about the team and the direction we're heading.
okay.
Yeah,
My final thoughts. Right. We're back to if, buts, and maybes, and hopes, and hanging on to wishes and fairy tales. When you want to make a really good Irish stew or Hungarian goulash, you add the right ingredients. sometimes a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, right, onions, little things here and there. But the ingredients, the blend must be right and it comes out perfect. What we are doing in the stew we're making is we're putting a whole load of things that probably don't even belong in that stew. Little people, too many of them in forward positions, and we're relying on them and expecting magic to happen. It's not going to happen. They're not going to head the ball against 6'5", 6'6" Brentford defenders. Forget it. They're not going to win aerial battles in midfield. Forget it. We have to have the right blend. We cannot ignore physicality in the Premier League. If we do, we'll keep ifing and butting and fairy tailing and wishing. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we go back to Harry Potter. The players gave it everything. I don't want to be that Chelsea.
Yeah, for me, as much as I didn't want the coach to rotate, but again, after by minute you're playing Manchester United away, and also we're playing away. So I think we're playing 4 games in 10 games. I think in 12 games, days, right? So the rotation are needed to be done. So as much as I hate it, I think the result is not that bad. But again, man, let's just move on. Bobby's right. When I said I'm being patient, is because of this squad building without the right blend. Well, I don't want to talk about it. The transfer window is closed, and so I'm disappointed. But again, it's not the end of the world. I'm happy that we didn't lose this game. That's my thing that I can hold on for now. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Bobby, for being here. Dante, Khan, Rich Money Makers, Jay, Pesmin. I appreciate it. Up the channels, guys. See you on Wednesday for the watch along for the Bayern game. Peace.
Take care, guys.